Marc Rudov, weigh in for me.
If the McCloskeys were black, we wouldn't be discussing this segment right now. You can't get prosecuted for when you don't commit a crime. They committed no crime, except they were white during a riot. That was their crime, defending themselves while white. This is insane. The DA's a Democrat. The mayor's a Democrat. I can't believe this is happening. But again, as Michael said, Donald Trump is your only choice. Under the Biden regime, this would be happening in every neighborhood, and all white people defending themselves would be prosecuted. So this is what's happening when conservatives sit back and just allow the mob to take over.
Yeah,
this is what we have.
Black Lives Matter activists have taken to the streets and social media since the killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis on May 25th. But now another organization is looking for the same opportunity to spread its message of equality far and wide. Women for America First wants Mayor Bill de Blasio's permission to paint its slogan on a highly visible New York City street, just like Black Lives Matter did outside of Trump Tower. Their message: engaging, inspiring, and empowering women to make a difference.
Is the mayor really going to tell us no? Look, this is the thing. He has opened up the streets and allowed one group to paint a message there. It's become a public forum. And so if one group can do it, why not other groups?
Kremer says they want to paint their message either on Fifth Avenue, in Times Square, or in front of Gracie Mansion, which is where the mayor lives. New Yorkers have mixed opinions on these banners.
I think it's a good thing for people to be able to express themselves.
Well, I believe that anything that makes people talk about an issue is a positive thing. But yes, I believe that art is one of the first forms of communication that humans have had.
Women should empower women by just being good mentors. I mean, just being good with women and respect even each other. I don't think the sidewalk messages will be empowering to me.
So you're offended by us saying Black Lives Matter? No, I'm not.
Others advocate sticking with Black Lives Matter messaging.
I think that the Black Lives Matter statement it's important because it's a statement, It's like when people say all lives matter, it's like, no, not until Black Lives Matters.
And a recent high school grad thinks that the best way to unite people around pressing issues is through patriotism.
So I hope that we can sort of come together and realize we're all Americans. We all want what's best for this country. And, if you disagree with someone politically, they're not just a bad person for it.
In a letter to Mayor de Blasio, Women for America First Executive Director Kylie Jane Kremer says the group would self-fund the project and employ the exact same paint and font used on the Black Lives Matter slogan, which many say mars the stylish Fifth Avenue. For Newsmax, I'm Logan Raddick.
All right, Women for America First coming out with their own demands. Will Mayor de Blasio allow this mural to be painted? All right, we've got our panel for this last block of today's show. Ted and Mark here to weigh in. Ted, any chance we'll see this new mural on Manhattan streets anytime soon?
Absolutely not. As the mayor is a hypocrite, he's never going to allow free speech to go around the city. And this was rather expected. It's predictable that if you allow one group to put their message on public property, then you're going to have to allow every group to put their message on public property. And it just was a bad precedent to begin with. And it was only a political move to put it where he put it, right in front of Trump Towers, because they're trying to push the narrative that Trump is a racist, which is absolutely ridiculous when you look at the 40-year record of atrocious civil rights record from Joe Biden. So this is just politics as usual, and there's no way de Blasio is going to allow anybody to paint any other message on the streets of New York.
Mark, weigh in. Tell me your thoughts on this.
Well, I agree and disagree with Ted. I think that there's a good chance de Blasio will cave. Yes, he is a hypocrite. But when you have enough women screaming at you, the typical man is going to cave. And what they've done now, because of the avalanche, they've turned the streets into Twitter. And so that woman who said, I think people should be able to express themselves, this is the toothpaste out of the tube. They're not going to be able to put it back unless they cut all of it off. And they started this with Black Lives Matter, and it's going to continue and continue and continue. And again, this is what happens when you have anarchy. And democracy literally means mob rule, and that's what we have.